Okay, game 2.
Yeah, so going into this game, I think Neylem's going to be feeling pretty confident about how he performed in that last match, especially holding off the early aggression from Bumhat.
Are they going to change their builds up? Do you think Bumhat needs to change
I'm not
anything?
too sure, we're going to have to see. I think Bumhat was very wise to go for that early pressure because he knows the quicker he can get units out, he's going to catch Neylem on the back foot, especially if Neylem decides to go for a fast expand.
Yeah.
And especially being at a disadvantage, if Bumhat can get those early units out, he can potentially cripple Neylem and his economy.
The big thing with this map, especially with the disadvantage, you've got the ramp here
Yeah.
that Neylem could use in a defensive stance to stop Bumhat using that advantage early on and force field the ramp. Bumhat is spawning in the bottom left. He's got a very easy to take natural expansion, but quite a large expanse to try and defend.
Nothing too narrow if he wants to sit back and defend.
Whereas up in the top right, Neylem does have his own ramp that he can force field, but you know, you've sort of got the expansion exactly the same. Again, the Zelnaga towers are pretty special, although both players didn't really use them in the last game.
Yeah, in the last game, no player sort of had an away sentry sort of to scout any incoming attacks. However, as soon as you get these early scouts out and we scout the positions, I think Neylem particularly is going to try and take control of these Zelnaga towers just to try and scout any early pressure coming from Bumhat.
What we can see is pretty much exactly the same from both players once again, although Neylem is slightly faster with the gateway. I don't think it's going to...
I don't think this is going to be too much in it. He's also put down his gas as well.
Yep, going
so
for
looking
one
to
gas.
get some tech.
Sending in the scouting probe just to see what's going on. You does see that Bumhat's got a gateway down and is taking one gas at the moment. Do you think he'll try and go for a proxy pylon again?
I think the whole reason he went for it last time was because he wasn't too... Bumhat saw he had the scouting probe in his base, but he wasn't chasing after him with his Zealots. So I think Neylem felt a bit cheeky and he thought that he was going to be able to get away with it.
Give it a go. What's the worst that can
happen? He saw the
happen?
opportunity and he thought, I'm going to try this, but it didn't pull off, unfortunately.
Neylem, same build again, basically going for the cybernetics core.
Pretty standard, possibly looking to get some early tech again. Pretty confident after the last game.
Thought Bumhat was going to go for gas steal then, just to be a bit of a pain.
Having a poke around, seeing what he's got.
He sees the cybernetics core. Has he made any sort of reaction from that? No, except kill the scouting probe.
Yeah, Zealot says no.
Oh, actually, there's a bit of a change here. Bumhat went for a 2-gate last time. He's going for his own cybernetic core. Quite possibly looking to get stalkers out quicker.
Looking for some early tech, maybe a mothership rush.
No. That would take stones.
It would.
My hat off to him if he could definitely do that. Bumhat's slightly ahead in food. He's got one extra probe and one extra zealot. Not really a massive game changer, but does show that Neylem's focus is elsewhere. He's going for warp gate. He's adding down the robo.
He's gone for a robo. Possibly looking to scout a nice early overseer just to try and get some scouting information on Bumhat's base.
Stalker going across the map. Again, not checking his own Zelnaga tower.
No, that's quite interesting, just to see if there's anything sort of dodgy going on. He's just going to go straight to his base. He's not going to be able to do much damage though.
He's possibly just going in to have a look. He's going to see this lot and get out. Definitely. It's imperative for Neylem that this stalker stays alive.
Oh, he just managed to get away.
The damage on that. Still cheekily going for another poke.
Oh.
Just messing with Bumhat slightly. Maybe second stalker out. This stalker needs to get out of here. Neylem only having one stalker, one zealot. Is he being greedy?
Yeah, he's not going to do much of that stalker. The Bumhat's units are too close to the ramp. He's not going to get in there and do any harass to the mineral line. Better just to go and pack a fight another day.
Robo going down for Bumhat and another 2 gateways, so looking to amass as many units quickly on.
Potentially looking to make the most of his 2 early assimilators for gas.
Oh look, it's the same from both players. Mortal coming out first. There's no overseer on the map. There we go.
So there we go, yeah, he has put his stalker onto that Zelnaga just to try and get any information of any sort of early pressure from Bumhat.
Well, at the moment, Neylem's the only one losing a probe. Not many minerals, but Bumhat setting up for an expansion, trying to build that bigger economy, trying to get more stuff on the map.
Maybe looking to catch Neylem on the back foot. Perhaps he thinks that Neylem thinks that he's going to apply some early pressure with that early army at the front of his base, and Bumhat's maybe trying to go for an expand just to try and catch Neylem out. But Neylem has got this overseer now, which is obviously going to scout the second expansion.
It'll tell him what's going on. Neylem going for the Twilight Councils, possibly looking at charge lots early on, just to sort of do to Bumhat what Bumhat did to Neylem, I guess.
Just return the favour.
We do have the overseer coming in, or the observer, sorry, coming in just to see what's going on. Quick check to see if there's a third
just
down.
To see if there's any crazy expansions.
Forge going down now for Bumhat. And good scouting from the probe there.
Yeah, Bumhat just trying to sneak into his base, but also Bumhat possibly saw the Immortals if he was quick enough.
Although he does seem to be quite behind, and he supply blocked.
Oh, he supply blocked. What
We've
just
obviously
happened?
missed that from somewhere, whether it was a proxy pylon or... Neylem's got nothing to be able to do any drops.
This is not looking good for Bumhat. He knows he has to win this in order to stay in and take it to the third game.
So basically not being able to build any units, being supply blocked, and Neylem can now press his advantage and just keep building.
That is going to really hurt Bumhat.
As you see from the production tab now, Bumhat trying to get more pylons down, but again a warp prism from Neylem possibly take advantage. Take advantage of just blocking the front, which Bumhat's doing, and Neylem knows this, he can see it.
Yeah, he's well aware of the tech that he's got, he sees the Immortal, and he's feeling pretty confident. He's moving out with his army now.
No upgrades as yet for either player, but Bumhat obviously working away to try and get that +1 attack.
Is it going to get out before they engage though? Bumhat now is going to get out some more sentries, but they're not going to have enough energy for this engage. Oh, here's a trade.
The observer goes down. They have our force fields
trying to
down.
away, but Neylem
well done to Bumhat, that is completely deflected. Neylem will be lucky to get away with half of the army here. Excellent force field for there. This is going to cost Neylem, the supply is almost equal. Can he get away? Bumhat chasing him down. On a move rather than attack move. And Neylem's trying to save everything he possibly can at this point. However,
he hasn't got an army.
No.
If Bumhat decides to try and counter now, he's not going to be able to do much.
Although we do have a warp in.
Oh, he's going to go for a supply line possibly.
Although these stalkers could be enough to deflect that. Neylem does not have anything at home.
Oh, this isn't looking good.
Although he's managed to save 2 sentries from that army. And a stalker. It's going to take some good micro to
he's
get
also
these
got
units
a third
alive.
sentry at the top of his ramp, possibly looking then just to try and keep Bumhat out with force fields for now.
They are pretty low on force fields, not being able to fire one off at the moment. At the moment he's got 3 force fields to try and deal with this aggression coming in from Bumhat.
So Bumhat sees that there's no expansion now. Oh, he's going to try and move in, he's going to try and move in for...
Good force field, is that enough? Those stalkers are just ripping through the zealots. This advantage is definitely set.
Really good force fields for Neylem to keep out that army.
One stalker, he's stuck at the bottom of the ramp. Can Neylem produce enough stuff? The supply distance is 10 now with their 70% advantage. I think this might be too much.
He's knocking on the door.
Oh my god, I don't know what to say. It is so close.
The charge lot's going in.
Can he get
that stalker? But those stalkers doing massive damage.
Literally 34 supply to 44 supply. I don't know if he can come back from this. He's pulling his probes, trying to tank as much damage as he can to try and kill off these units. Another warp in to the side. One didn't even make it. Units falling left, right and centre. Neylem, he's got nothing left. What are we looking as far as an army goes? A warp prism. Nothing you can do with that. He's losing
very far behind.
He's lost power. He can only produce out of 1 gateway. This is possible. GG. Gotta be. He's not giving up though. Nearly dealt with it. This Immortal is down, and how is he still alive?
That is going to be huge though. Pete's going to take this advantage now because Neylem had to bring his probes off the line to help defend. And Bumhat's
Income-wise,
managed to get his expansion up now as well, which is going to be pretty big.
income-wise, he is so far behind now.
Yeah.
Another force coming in.
Oh, this
Stalkers,
is looking good
this
for
could be the
Neylem.
killer blow. End of darts at this point. The observer knows exactly what's up there. There is a sentry which could block the ramp. Oh, the observer's down. Bumhat's blind, but I think he's confident just going for the kill. No!
No, he doesn't feel confident. Possibly looking then, he knows, he realises that Neylem hasn't gone for a second expansion and that he's got his. So possibly he's looking to push the advantage now before fully committing and possibly getting back down onto a level pegging.
Definitely, with a one base advantage, all he's got to do now is just sit back, build as many probes as he can, sort his income out, and he should be able to just turn around and kill Neylem at his leisure. It's whether Neylem has got a macro to catch up. Although, still working it. He does have sight on the map for a fourth, or a third and a fourth. But Bumhat just taking his time, making sure that he gets his economy up, ready for the next push. The next push, Neylem will have to have a greater army or a better positioning.
Yeah, and it's going to be very difficult being so far behind to have a bigger army, and it's not looking very strong at the moment. He's trying to get his economy back up because a lot of probes died, trying to save. He's got the second down, so we're going to have to see if Pete's going to put some pressure on now. He's going to send the overseer in and possibly scout that Neylem's gone for his natural.
This is going to be quite defensive now from Neylem. He knows he's behind. There's no way he can build enough stuff to catch up. What can he do?
There's not much he can do. He can just hope that perhaps he knows Bumhat's in a lower league, perhaps hoping that his macro isn't up to scratch, and that he can try and claw his way back into this game if he manages to get some sort of decent economy. He's got a robo out. Not really using it at the moment though.
No, the economy's not there at the moment to...
He's really struggling on his income. 16 probes, that's all he's got.
Guardian shields. Why pop in a Guardian shield? Did we miss something? Has Bumhat gone for attack?
Bumhat's looking pretty scary right now.
One thing that Bumhat does have to take into account, however, is if he waits too long, Neylem can catch up.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he should be aware of this, and I think he's underestimating his army at the moment, and he should just try and look to push out, maybe even just try and get a Zelmaga tower, just to try and get some sight.
Bumhat has managed to secure +1/+1.
Yeah, 1-1 upgrades.
Neylem, again, sat on no upgrades with weaker units.
That is going to be pretty big, considering Neylem's at that disadvantage for being in Diamond, and I think that's really going to hurt him, especially because Pete's Bumhat's in a very commanding position and he's just walked in plenty of Zealots and he's going to look for a drop. Perhaps a multi-pronged attack here from Bumhat.
Yeah, it looks like to drop the Zealots into the back, kill off whatever probes are left, and permanently stop the production from Neylem.
Yeah, Terran wannabe.
Hit from the front, basically kill this army off, take out his expansion. If he doesn't kill him at this moment, it's going to be a case of just remax. And
it's going to be pretty difficult for Neylem to be able to hold this off because there's that big army knocking on his front door and he's not going to be able to split his army at all.
No.
He's going to back off this.
Good force fields to split out those two stalkers. He is holding it off. Bumhat's unable to engage with a lot of these units, but they're just too powerful.
Some more units, but there's the drop from Bumhat in the back of Neylem's base, and that is going to do massive damage to that mineral line. Neylem isn't going to be able to recover from this, and
this
I think
is
we're
a
going
killer
to see
blow.
a GG pretty soon.
Although with very little units, to be fair, Neylem is doing a great job.
Those, shields.
But there's so many zealots up here now. There's no probes left.
There's nothing.
The last probes just died. There is no economy left for Neylem. Bumhat sat in a bank of 2,000. He's finished the army off. Neylem's trying everything he can to keep him out, but
he's knocking on the front door.
It's not going to happen.
Like, yeah,
there's a GG.
And that's game 2 going to Bumhat. So we're 1-1 in this series. We've got a final deciding game. I can't call this.
It all depends on what each player does. Maybe this is the confidence that Bumhat needed to go up against a better player, and
possibly, I think.
But
Bumhat, especially after that performance, is going to be pretty confident going into this final game now.
That engagement was so bad for Neylem.
Yeah.
Bumhat managed to press his advantage over, and then from there you can just see. Although Neylem did manage to.
He managed to claw his way back. but I think he was more concerned about getting his economy, and he didn't get a bigger army. And being at that disadvantage, he needs to not just match Bumhat's army, but exceed it
Yeah,
in
it
order
needs
to
to
try
be
and
bigger.
be toe-to-toe with him.
But as you can see there,
Yeah, a big,
game over.
massive dip.
Right, okay, Neylem to choose the next map.